𝐎𝐮𝐫 𝐓𝐨𝐩
Okay, hello everyone. How are you all? All fine, all good? Studies are going well or not? And am I audible and visible? Just comment it so I can see and then we will be proceeding our session. Let's start with the quick introduction. As you all know, my name is Krishna Vaishnav and I have qualified NET in Code 17, that is Marketing Management, and I have done my Masters in Marketing and Human Resource Management, and I'm having 3+ years of experience in educational and industrial sector. Now you just join fast so that we can start our today's fresh session of PYQs December 2023 of management. And as you all know that lecture batch is going on for UGC NET June 2024 for paper 1 and commerce as well in just rupees 6199. And if you will buying any of the one, for example paper 1 or commerce only, then you will be getting it for 3599. And apart from this, you will be getting live classes and recordings, well prepared PDF materials, PYQs, subtopic wise quizzes with explanation, and NTA based mock test series. And you can easily download the app 𝐎𝐮𝐴ddA from the Play Store. And you can join us on Telegram and you can subscribe us on YouTube for getting the latest updates of paper 1, that is general paper, paper 2 commerce, and paper 2 management. And today the unit 9 is we are going to solve, that is international business. And I think in this December attempt we have got like 7 to 8 questions from unit 9 only. So it played a major role in recent attempt. So if we will like take the conclusion, so we can expect that in the next attempt also they are going to ask questions from unit 9. Previously there were only like 2 to 3 questions were there from this unit, but now though they are asking more and more questions from unit 9 also. So this is our very first question coming from the economic exposure and transaction exposure. Just read it and try to give your best answers, and then I will be showing you the answer and will be explaining it to you too. But first you just give it a try. No matter if you are giving the wrong answers, it's okay, it's fine. We are learning right now. We are in our learning stage, and we are human. We can do errors. We are not machines. We cannot give our 100%. We just need to try. So statement 1 is asking to us or telling to us that economic exposure refers to the change in the value of a firm. What it is saying, that it means that the change in value of our firm caused by unexpected change in the exchange rate. This is our first statement. And statement second is saying to us that the transaction exposure refers to long-term cash flow exposure. Basically, both the statements are telling that either this is a definition of this to exposure or not the definition of this to exposure. So we just need to find out that the definitions given above are the correct or the wrong one, and we will be getting our answer. Okay, I am waiting for your answers and then I will be showing you the correct answer. Any answers so far? No answers. Okay, actually both the statements are incorrect. Okay, statement 1 also and statement 2 also, both are incorrect. Why? The definition itself is wrong. So what is the correct definition? Here it is. Basically, in economic exposure, and economic exposure also sometimes called as what? Operating exposure. Just remember the another name, that is it also called operating exposure. It is a measure of change in the future cash flows of a company as a result of unexpected change in foreign exchange rates. So basically, when company dealing in like international market or in global market, they will be getting affected by the foreign exchange rates. For example, if the company like if the company was will be about to receive 10,500 rupees as the interest rates in the current market scenario, but due to foreign exchange rate fluctuations and the unexpected changes in this foreign exchange rate, now company is receiving only 10,300. So the cash flows of a company is getting affected by the foreign exchange rates. This is what economic exposure. Economic exposure cannot be easily mitigated because it is caused by the unpredictable volatility of currency exchange rate. What it is saying to us, that we cannot easily eliminate or avoid the economic exposure risk. Why? Because it is all dependent currency exchange rates and they can fluctuate in different situations. For examples, if we were having the war situation, so obviously the exchange rates will be going to fluctuate and that is not in our control also. Or let's take another example of natural calamities. So if any natural thing is happening, we cannot avoid that. If tsunami is coming or flood is there or drought has been occurred in our country, so obviously it will be getting affected in the currency exchange rates and indirectly it will be affecting the cash flows of a company also. Getting it till now? Have you understand the like what is economic exposure, or do you have any doubt? Okay. And what is transaction exposure is the level of uncertainty faced by companies involved in international trade due to currency fluctuations. Now there are many companies who are dealing locally only. Okay, in domestic market only they will be doing their business operating in the domestic marketing only or market only. But there are some companies, some MNCs are there, some transactional companies are there who will be dealing in the international or global market. Now they, as they being involved in international trade, they will be facing the uncertainty. Why? Again, due to currency fluctuations. Now it is not because of the exchange rates, it is because the currency is getting fluctuated. For example, our Indian rupee is getting depreciated due to the dollar rupees. So this is what currency fluctuations. Due to the currency are fluctuating, the rates of the currencies are being changed, so the company is facing the uncertainty. A high level of exposure to exchange rates can lead to major losses, although certain measures can be taken to hedge those risks. Like if we will getting too much currency fluctuations now, the level of losses can be major. But if we will take some measures, we can stop this risk, but it cannot be eliminated totally, but we can somehow avoid it. Some percentage of it we can avoid. I hope till here it is clear to you. Both the definitions is clear to you. Basically just see the, they have just give the definition. Even if you know the definition now, you can gain the 2 marks very easily. Just need basic conceptual clarity. Okay, this is our second question. First you will read it, and after that I will be giving you answers. So this question is actually a current affair. This thing happened like recently, and the auntie asked the question on the same current affair related to our international business only. Okay, the question is that after 10 years of deadlock, what is deadlock actually? It is basically a situation where the two parties came and they got stuck on that situation. Okay, if we will take the basic example of this, we can take the example, there are certain people who are veg and there are certain people who are non-veg. So now the vegetarian people will be telling that the vegetarian food is good only. Now the non-vegetarian people will be telling to us, no, non-vegetarian food is good too. So both the parties will be at the deadlock situation, because we cannot say that vegetarians are good and non-vegetarians are not good, or the vice versa. So that is an what deadlock situation basically. So in the same case, the European Union was in the deadlock situation from the last 10 years, and now Union is ready to negotiate with India in WTO on which issue related to food security. So basically they are asking that Union has been ready to negotiate with India in WTO on which of the following issues. Either it was public stockholding norms, was it climate change, what is non-tariff barriers to trade, or was it sanitary and phytosanitary measures. Hello Jivan Jyoti, how are you? Okay, you are saying D is the answer. Just try a little bit harder. I'm waiting for your message, Jyoti. Okay, the answer of this question is public stockholding norms. On this issue, the European Union has been agreed to negotiate with India. Okay, now we will be learning what it is actually. Now, what is public stockholding? Basically, it is a policy, it is an instrument that the government, Indian government or any government uses. Why it is used the public stockholding to meet the food security of a country. Like if you want to eat food, there will be certain criteria for this, that we can eat only this food if this will meet the certain eligibility criteria. We cannot go beyond below that eligibility criteria. For different food there will be different eligibility criteria. So if the company or organization or institution will be not meeting that minimum criteria set by the government, then they will not be able to sell that product. So, public stockholding programs are carried out by some countries to meet the needs of people who spend their lives below the poverty line and are constantly being facing food shortages. Now, as you all know about the BPL, that is below poverty line. Fine, ma'am. Today is my first session, ma'am. No issue, Jiva. We will be learning every day, so you can join every day. The time either will be 9 or 5. Today I have taken it 10 due to some reason. Otherwise, so we will meeting at 9 or 5 only. Okay. So yeah, there are some people who are below the poverty line, who cannot even afford the food, who cannot even able to purchase the food. So for them, the some governments will be running what public stockholding programs, so they can eat properly, they can sleep properly, and they will be not facing any food shortages for their daily lives meeting. That is basically public stockholding. Now, the Union has said it is willing to negotiate on global trade norms on the way governments purchase, stockpile, and distribute food to ensure food security. Issue pushed by India at the World Trade Organization and deadlock for the past 10 years. So, this issue has been like brought up to the World Trade Organization from the last 10 years by the India, but they are not giving any solution to this. Finally, after 10 years, now the India is able to convert it into some result, and finally they have their results. Is it clear to you, Jiva, till here? So we can like go to next question. So Jiva, you are from management session only, from management stream only, that is code 17, or you are preparing for any other code? Okay, this is our third question, basically a process question. We just need to arrange it in proper sequence in ascending order, that is from A to Z, like A, B, C, D. Any answers for this question, Jiva? Your code 7 only? The very good. Then to this will be like very fruitful session for you, as it will be giving you the insights of PYQs, that what kind of PYQs has been anti asked recently in the last attempt only. So it will be helpful for you. Okay. So what is the question? Arrange the following stages of international development in sequential ascending order. So first I just want to tell you that what is international development meaning. When like from the business point of view, from the organization point of view, company point of view, what does it mean international development? When they will be using this term, what will it mean to them? Basically they are going internationally, they are going globally. They till now they are like operating in the domestic country only, within their boundary only, but now they are expanding their business to the new heights, to the global level, to the international market. So basically what will be the procedure a company will be following if they want to go in the global market? Very easy procedure. If you will read it, you will get it correct. Okay, can I show you the answer, or like you are giving the answer first, so I should wait for you? Okay, let's see the steps now. So, step by step. So here is the process. If an organization want to go the in global market or in international, first the company will be domestic only. If even if you are a company only because you have started domestically, you cannot go directly internationally. First you should have your own business in your own country, in your home country, then so you can go to another country. So first what company did, they first doing the operations, they're selling their profits in the domestic background only, within the country only, within the boundaries of country only. Then what company had did, domestic company with export division. Now company had started its export division. Like the company has been now producing the products or the services, and the company is sending it to export division. They have set up an separate export division, so that the export division can see all the activities from which they can send it to the outside of their domestic market. In the third step, what the company did, primarily domestic company with international division. Basically, it is domestic company only. Okay? Its primary identity will be domestic company only with the international division. Now they have like just set up an international division in the another country. Okay, from the primarily they will be considered as a domestic company only, but they have just a little division of international. And in the fourth stage, what the company has done, multinational cooperation with the multi-domestic emphasis. Now the company has gone totally multinational, totally global, totally international with the multi-domestic emphasis. Now they are the covering the needs of the different countries, peoples or customers or clients. Now they are serving different countries, but they are still limited, not the all countries, but some countries they have selected as per their product or services. And in the fifth step, multinational cooperation with global emphasis. Now finally the company became an MNC, a multinational corporation, and they will giving their product or services to the whole world, to the corner of every corner of the world. Now they are providing their services, their products, their goods to the whole world. Now the company becomes an MNC. So this will it's a basic step that how a domestic company can go to a MNC, or how can a domestic company can become a MNC company. Getting it? Okay, this question 4 is our next question. It is from the exchange rate. So basically there are some characteristic has been given of the interest at parity theory, and you just have to identify that the which one is the correct one from the A, B, C, D. So, what the four statements are saying to us? The first is saying to us that the exchange rate between die currencies of two current countries equal the ratio between the price of goods in these countries. Like, we are not even getting what the sentence is telling to us. So, there is something fishy in this statement for sure. So, like, we can easily eliminate the A statement. Statement 2 is saying to us the forward rate must be equal to the expected future spot rate. Okay, we can consider this statement, but not fully actually. Still, we are having in a doubt position. Third is saying to us the nominal interest rate differential must be equal to the expected inflation rate differential in the two countries. Now the two countries point has been came. So basically interest rate parity theory talks about two countries only, but still it can be the right statement or it can be the wrong statement. And what is statement D is telling to us the relationship between interest rate and exchange rate of two countries. So now you have to select which one is the correct statement. I'm waiting for the answer, then I will be showing you the correct answer. Okay, the answer for this question is statement D actually. That is the relationship between two countries interest rate and the exchange rate. Okay, now just understand what is interest rate parity. Now what does interest rate, so we all know na. So what does parity mean actually? Basically parity means the state of being equal. The things will be equal. Okay, no matter what happens, the interest rate will be equal in the two countries. Okay, parity simply means the state of being equal. Two things are being equal. That is what parity. Now, what is interest rate parity theory? A theory according to which the interest rate difference between two countries is equal to the difference between the forward exchange rate and the spot exchange rate. Just imagine as per this theory, India is there and USA is there. So the exchange, the interest rate of these two countries now will be equaling on basis of what? That is forward exchange rate and the spot exchange rate. Now spot exchange rate means what? The rate which we are having right now, the rate on which we are bargaining right now. On the spot we are talking about that rate, we are dealing on that exchange rate. If we are buying something or we are investing in something, so that will be the spot exchange rate. And what is forward exchange rate? That will be happen in future, not like not on the spot it is going to be happen, but on the some expected definite time, some date, someday, it the forward exchange rate will be there. That rate has been decided right now, but the rate we will be executing in the nearby future on the fixed decided time actually. Okay, have you got it? Any doubt in this? You can ask me right now. It will be more like beneficial for you if you will ask the doubt right now, because I am explaining it to you right now, so you will be able to connect it to more. Any doubt still here? If no, then we can proceed further. Basically, it was asking you a characteristic of what interest rate parity theory, and that is what the relationship between interest rates and the exchange rate of two countries. It actually talks about the relationship between the interest rates and exchange rates of two countries. Just remember this, and you will be able to give the right answer next time in any another question also, because they will be just manipulating the words only. So you just need to break down the sentence, the statement, and just learn it. Just write it in the three parts, and you will be able to learn it in 2 or 3. If you will read it 2 to 3 times, you will be able to retain it. And next time, if any other question will be coming on this topic, you will be able to give the answer, because they will be not going to ask you in too much detail, but they will be expecting from us that we will be having at least the basic knowledge of these theories, at least. Okay, this is our fifth question. That is again coming from what? International market only. So the statement 1 is saying to us that the failure of the international market to connect firms as collaborator will entice a company to enter with wholly owned operations or wholly owned FDI. Reason is telling to us that the company perceives having operating advantage to overcome its liability of foreignness. So what do you think as per you? That it is both the statements are correct and R is the correct explanation, or both the statements are correct and R is not the correct explanation, or A is correct or R is not correct, or both are incorrect? What do you think? As per you, what should be the answer? And guys, apart from these questions, if you are having any other doubts now related to paper to management, you can ask me freely. I will be answering your doubts. Not limited to your questions only. If any other doubt you are having in your mind that ma'am, oh, how do we prepare, what do we need to study, and what we need to avoid, whatever questions you are having related to management paper 2, you can ask me. You just need to ask me and I will be giving you all the answers. Okay, as nothing negative has been given in these two sentences, the answer is A only. So first we are going to understand statement 1 and then we are going to understand statement 2. So what is statement telling to us? That due to the international market inability to connect to firms as collaborators, it is inability or failure of the international market that they are unable to connect with the firms as collaborator will entice a company. Now what does entice means? Entice means to persuade somebody to do something or to go somewhere by offering him or something nice. So basically the company will be doing it. Why? Because they need to do it, because no other options have been left to the company. So they are persuade themselves to do something. Now, what they will be doing? They will be either entering in the wholly owned operations or wholly owned FDI. Now, what is wholly owned operations? Like basically 100% shares of the company will be with the parent company, and you are the wholly owned operation subsidiary of that company. You are working under the parent company, and 100% shares has been retained by the parent company. So, if the international market will not be able to connect with the firms, then the company will be enticed or forced, or they have not left any options, so they need to enter with the wholly owned operations or wholly owned FDI. This was the first statement. Now, statement 2 is saying to us the company perceives having operating advantage to overcome its liability of foreignness. So, what is liability of foreignness actually, and what is operating advantage? Let's study. Here it is. The liability of foreigners is a term describing the additional cost that firms operating outside their home countries experience above those incurred by local firms. Basically, some company will be doing only their business in domestic boundaries only, but there are some companies who are operating in the international market also, in the global market also. So those companies who are doing their business in the international market, they are having the liability of foreignness because they are having the additional cost as compared to domestic organization, and they have as they are operating outside, they need to incur some additional expenses related to their services, to their product or anything, to their production process, to their office spaces, their infrastructure, and any GST charges will be there. So they will be facing those as compared to local firms, because local firms are like operating in the domestic business only, so they will be not incurring this liability of foreigners, and or we can say the domestic firms are not having the liability of foreigners, but the international firms, the firms who are operating outside of their domestic boundaries, they will be having the liability of foreigners. Getting it? Now, what is operational benefits actually? That is basically you are having an improved manufacturing process. You are having an inventory turns which are optimized. We have arranged it in such a way so that we do not rush at the end time, like which inventory we need now and which we will be like needing later. We have already arranged it in a such way that whenever the process or the production of the product will be happening, it will be automatically taking the inventory it needs. An enhanced performance of whom, either performance can be of the machines or your production processes or your human capital also. Like only the company gets success when its human capital will be performing to its 100% potential. So that is what operational benefits. And liability of foreigners is what, when a company are having the liability to pay the cost, to pay the money to its international business outside of its domestic boundary. Now again go back to the statement 2. What it is saying, the company perceives having operating advantage to overcome its liability of foreigners. Now, how the company can overcome the liability of foreigners? By only if they are having the operating advantage over and above of the other organization. They are having the best capital, they are having the best human capital, they are having the best machines, they are having the best technology know-how, then only they will be able to commit liability of foreigners. Now I think these 2 points are definitely clear to you, and if you have any doubts you can ask me. I hope this statement has been clear to you, because if you will not having the conceptual clarity of these basic terms, then you will not be able to relate it to each other and you will be marking the wrong question. So it's very important to get the basic conceptual clarity of these words. And with this very question, I'm ending my session and we will be meeting tomorrow. And as you all know, Lakshya batch is going on for UGC NET, so you can buy that course and you can prepare for your upcoming exams. And you are having, if any doubts related to paper 1, paper 2 commerce, paper 2 management, you can ask us. We will be happy to help you. Okay guys. And with this, I'm ending my session. Good night, all. Have a happy studies and have a great studies. Study at your fullest, and you will be getting your results. As no one can stop you from getting your net. Okay. Bye bye. Good night.